Hello again, I'm Mike with Wellforged Miniature Painting. I'm back with another tutorial to teach you how to paint the entire Critical Role miniature set. This time we have our favorite STRONGBUFF Barbarian, Yasha. Before I begin, please like this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. It helps small creators like myself get my name out there, so I would greatly appreciate it. I also have links to my social media in the description below, so please be sure to follow me on there as well. I'll start with preparing the miniature. A full explanation on how to prepare these minis can be found by clicking the link in the top right corner. Once the miniature is prime blacked, I'll give it a quick zenithal highlight with gray and white primer with my airbrush. This helps me determine the placements of shadows and highlights. Now that our miniature is primed, we'll start base coating with Administratum Grey on the clothes and boots. With Necro Gray from scale 75, I'll base coat the pants and cloak. I'll eventually paint her hair with the same color as well. With Innsmouth Blue, I'll color in her mantle. With all these colors, I'm keeping them fairly light to have some primer underneath show through. With Screamer Pink and Dryad Bark, I'll paint the Scabbard. I eventually want to have a gradation of the dark brown into the pink, so I end up fiddling with this quite a bit later in the video. We want to keep her skin pale, so I'll paint her face and arms with Moonray Flesh. Once that's done, I'll color in her hair with Necro Gray. Now we'll start washing this mini. Previously, I used Citadel washes in my other videos, but this time I'll be using all Army Painter quick shades. If you haven't yet, I highly recommend you pick up this set. You can find a link to them, as well as other mini painting equipment, down below. I use the respective quick shades for each color that I'm shading. Blue tone for blue, dark tone for black, strong tone for brown, flesh tone for skin, etc. Be sure to let each shade dry first. I ended up putting a couple layers of each quick shade on there, as I wanted to maximize the contrast between the lights and shadows as best as I could. As I said in most of my videos, the most important step I'm doing is the one I'm not showing on camera, letting the layers dry. I'm using a hairdryer with each layer to speed up this process. So if you haven't yet, please pick up a cheap hairdryer for painting minis. It's a lifesaver. Now I'm going around the mini adding highlights. Again, I'm using the Zenithal primer as my guide on where to place them. Remember that when you leave a brush stroke, most of the paint ends up where the stroke ends, so you want your strokes to end where you want the brightest parts to be. I spent a bit of time here sprucing up the scabbard, adding little nicks and scratches and building the color up. I also paint the metal on her sword and on her belt, a dark gunmetal gray followed by a silver once it dries. Next I'll paint the eyes, taking note of the green left eye and the purple right eye. I'll also paint a bit of Innsmouth blue perpendicular to her lips. I'll finish off by painting the white in her hair, making sure my brushstroke ends where I want it to be the whitest. Now to base the mini, using my method of Steel Legion Drab and Agrax Earthshade. I'm not adding grass yet since I'm adding a bunch of flowers to the base, because, of course,
I have so many flowers to bring to her.
once I'm happy with the grass and flowers, I'll paint up the rim and call it done. Please like and share this video and subscribe to stay tuned for the next tutorial in the series. If you painted Yasha, I'd love to see it. Tag me on social media or send me a picture on my Discord. A big thank you goes out to my patrons, Lenore, Andy, Samantha, and Hugh. Your support is what keeps me going. Take care and happy painting.